By the way,
it's a mean
before
comment.
we get into it, there's pretty much been 2 times on the podcast where you've shown excitement and like smiled. One is when I choked last episode.
Right.
And shout out to all the guys that were mansplaining to me on Twitter how to use my French press.
Well, apparently you need the instruction.
I said shout out, thank you.
Right.
I mean, I use the coarse grinds.
Uh-huh.
I don't have the best grinder in the world, but I use the coarse grinds. I try. I just love how so many people stepped in.
Is it a burr grinder?
No.
Apparently burr is important.
Well, the burr that we have in there is a disaster. That's my only experience. It makes a mess
It makes
everywhere.
a mess, but I mean, it grinds them.
It's a disaster.
What do you want?
It's a disaster. And now this is the second time I think you've cracked a smile this year on the podcast as you read mean tweets to me or mean comments.
Right. Okay.
All right,
I mean, I'm comfortable with that.
Fine.
So this one isn't that mean, but I think it sums up our relationship quite well.
Oh.
It's from Adnan Hamdan, apparently. These guys aren't friends. This was back when I was wearing blue, not mustard. The dude in the blue hoodie wants to slap Mr. Curly Hair. I mean, he's probably not wrong.
True, huh? All right. Well, that's a perfect segue into this one from Matthew. Sam is a prick.
Yeah, again, I'm kind of comfortable with it. That's it? That's the extent of that one?
Oh, that's it. It's almost like I could have had 10 or 20 more, but I just condensed it into this one. It sums it up pretty well.
Okay, fair enough. This one I like because it's from a fellow Irishman, just explaining. It's almost like it's a yin to the previous one's yang, if you will. Steve, you Americans don't understand how us Irish people work. If an Irishman treats you like that, they like you. We're so emotionally repressed that the only way we can show emotion to other males is like that.
Oh.
There you go. See?
Well, that explains a lot.
Right.
But it's not me that needs the explanation. It's the 75% of our listeners who are American.
Well, sure. It's everybody.
We're about 20 to 25% foreign, I think, last time I checked.
Okay, yeah.
So 75% of our listeners need to know that it's not that you don't like me. You love me. Well, I mean, you like me. We're friends.
Right.
We're friends.
Go that far.
You like me.
Right. So I'm just saying, there's multiple ways of interpreting this.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's not my interpretation. It's everyone else's.
Right. Well, it is your interpretation. I mean, okay.
Well,
what do you got?
Sam is a prick. So then Jonathan Kane here maybe needs to know this. Maybe you're not so angry. Why is Sam always so angry? I kind of like his takes and his passion behind them, but he argues like a middle school bully. Middle school bully.
Don't they tend to argue with just hitting things?
Yeah, they're usually more physical.
There's not much arguing going on with a middle school bully, no? It's
not a lot of
stuffing people in lockers and that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's the guy that like grew faster than everybody else.
I don't think we have a locker here that I could fit you in.
No.
Like, even if I wanted to go that route.
You wouldn't win that battle.
I mean, the closest thing would be, I guess you could stick you in one of those rooms over there that used to be a film development thing with the big iron door. Just,
you're not going to throw me into a locker, right?
I mean, like I say, there isn't a locker.
Whether you find one or not. Like, the limitation here is not the fact that there's not a locker.
No, it's the fact that you're not fitting in one. There's no locker built with dimensions that would house you.
I'm 6'8.5", 280, as we covered on the last show.
Yeah.
That's going to be the problem.
Right, that's what I'm saying. There isn't a locker of those dimensions.
But it's not because of the fit. It's
it is. Like,
you would not be able to bully me.
Armed with every person in this office. We could not
different.
Stuff you into a locker. You would the volume is not commensurate to getting 280 pounds into it.
At least you acknowledge that you would need help.
Uh-huh.
All right. So that's all I have.
Okay, I got one more.
What do you mean?
I got one more.
No, it's 2. No, it's 2-2.
The first one wasn't mean. It was just an explanation of our In fact, really, 2 of these haven't been mean.
You don't need an extra one.
This is the mean one.
Okay.
This one is from Tyne Skipper, apparently.
I don't like this guy.
Has Steve invented a time machine? I ask because it looks like he's gone back in time and stolen John Travolta's hair from Staying Alive. It's not a good thing when you're being accused of stealing a guy's hair who wears a hairpiece.
If I had invented a time machine, I'd be more productive than stealing John Travolta's hair.
Peace.
I would go back and watch football when the run game mattered.
Yeah.
I would do things like that instead of stealing a hairpiece. I'd make some bets.
Yeah, well, yeah. With the sports almanac?
Yeah, like the Cubs in 2016.
Right.
Feeling good about that.
That would have been a good one.
Yeah, would have been great. So that's what I would do. So, no, I have not invented a time machine. This is all natural.
Okay.